Hello, and welcome to Fear the Living. This is a little short thing. I just want to do a little bit something different. As you see behind me, I've got the famed side eye guy dad's curtains in my home. Side eye clone isn't here. Is he back there? No, he came with the curtains, but he's not here now. He may peek in from time to time. We'll see if he does. Um, it's weird how my camera's doing that with the chair. But yeah. So I was thinking we'd look a little bit at interiors and see about these curtains. I did do a little bit of research before I started recording and hit the record button. And let's see what I'm looking at here. I did a reverse look at these curtains, and what I found was that the curtains actually do exist all over the place. Actually, they're not just a British thing. They're not just a 1970s or 60s thing. They're actually commonly available. You can get something almost exactly like this or close to it for around $23 to $25 on eBay. Had to fix my camera a little bit there, and yeah. So we'll be looking in the next 45 minutes at these curtains and more, and what you can do to decorate your home. So you guys think it's safe now to talk about other things? Huh? Okay. So obviously, for reasons that are beyond my understanding, um, being that in my brain things are either right or wrong or very clear, and in other people's, they pull strings, they pull dirty tricks, and they do what they can to get their way. I can't review. I lost my review of Seg's video, and when that happened, that happened to a lot of people. Well, some people got to keep theirs up, which is good for them. Happy for them. But I'm not sure exactly what it is that got it taken down. Mostly, I believe it's the thumbnail of I don't want to say we'll call him Rob. This guy who we're calling Rob doesn't like his picture being up, and he doesn't like his picture being up mostly because it's being associated with a child sex predator. And when that went up, it enraged him. He does not want to be associated. He thinks that people will think automatically he's a child sex predator because he's next to a child sex predator. On the other side is Tony. We'll call the guy Tony. We'll say he belongs to a company, I don't know, Nesper. We'll call it Nesper, just off the top of my head. And his father in law was also a child sex predator. So, good company. And every time that image shows up, people get their stuff taken down. And if you get any image of any intellectual property, even when they don't even register it yet, stuff that's not really copyright, you get copyright struck. And for some reason, mostly because there's been something happening behind the scenes that I don't understand. I mean, I'm not too naive to it. I kind of understand what's happening, but uh, unjustly, people's videos are being copyright struck, which is a bigger deal because it can hurt people's YouTube channels. Some people make money and make a living off their YouTube channel because they're good at what they do, and they deserve every cent that they make. And when this guy we're calling Rob um, was sending messages to people that he knew about Stevie's past. That's Stevie, my co-host here at Fear the Living from Truth or Demons. Well, it got linked to this child sex predator. We'll just call him Joe, and he tried to blackmail her, and she had to come forward. I was there for that on Truth or Demons when she just stood up and said her piece because she's not going to let anybody hold anything over her because why would any decent, upstanding person want that? Remember, the side that we're speaking against for all these videos being taken down are known for being criminals. Not every single one of them is a convicted criminal in court of law, but some of them are. We'll be talking about one of them, especially today. That of, God, what should I call her? We'll say her name's Angelina. And what we'll do is we'll call her Angelina today. Angelina will be a very important thing because I was going to go over everything covered that had to do with Sig's first video and his second video. Both are no longer available. But just so you get the gist, why Rob was put, and I'll show you the thumbnail. I'll show you the thumbnail. But before I show you the thumbnail, I should say I did make an adjustment to it because I want to make sure this doesn't get privacy struck or copyright struck. I'm going to meet Rob halfway at the side. Like, I didn't want to budge. I was going to be a rebel and to show the image every day. I've decided to meet him halfway. I decided to be a good guy, and even though he doesn't deserve it, I'm going to do him this solid here. Rob will not be, the guy we're calling Rob will not be pictured next to a child sex predator or the nephew, or I'm sorry, the son-in-law of a child sex predator. I have replaced his image with an image that to represent him instead, and that way we don't have to worry about problems with images. I'll pull that up right now. Let me get that one here. Get that here. There you go. There's the thumbnail in question that's causing all this. As you see, it's I'm a little bit worried that I'm still a little bit worried, even though I replaced the image. But I think this is a fair depiction of what we're dealing with. This image that I'm talking about, now you have the visual aid, is all the trouble with videos. So, because what happened was, they got Frankie in on this. This guy, we'll call him Frankie for lack of a better name. Him and Angelina decided that they were going to get justice for Rob. And, yeah. So instead of going through the whole messy thing, we'll go ahead. I'm going to leave this here because I think it's safe. The whole messy thing, because what happened was Angelina went on a rant. This lady we're calling Angelina went on a rant on her channel through some posts, and really her rant covers everything. It's like she decided, I've been quiet for a long time. Let me tell everybody just what a bad headspace I'm in and what I've been going through with these people because they've hurt me oh so badly. I got the writing over here. And, maybe I'll just point out, I'll just talk about how I've made mistakes and I've owned everything while just totally fucking everybody over one more time with every last detail of every last lie I can think of. And I will break that down for you. Vic did a very good job of this. I'll put that video down below. Link in the comments. And also Beardo. And also J Carts. And we'll put that there. Just so you know. I'm going to do this my own way, and I'll tell you from my standpoint. Oh, I always forget to say this since I'm thinking of I'll say it. I do think they deserve an ass whipping, figuratively, for what they're doing here. I just don't think... I still think, even though they may deserve it, I think we need to not have anyone who supports us, anyone going through this, anybody who's dealing with their crap, to harass them. It doesn't make us better. It doesn't make us right. It doesn't make us more successful in making our own claims and taking care of our own business. So let's stay away from that. We don't need to do things to anybody. We just need to say our piece, and that's what this format's supposed to be. That's the kind of things we should be doing. So what I want to do here is go ahead and start reading these posts from her. from Angelina, and we'll break it down. It'll be fun. So she starts with, I want to address everything that has been said about me because the amount of misinformation, lies, twisted narratives is out of control. I've heard, I'm going to be honest, I've heard one lie. I have heard one lie about Angelina. And that lie came from PDX when she told Florio that Angelina is easily influenced and she just needs to talk to someone to be shown the correct way. That was a crock of shit. So that's the one lie I know of. Otherwise, I don't know of any lies. Back to the reading. I have never filed a copyright strike, and I have never filed a privacy strike. If I did, people would know. Because when you file a copyright strike, your real name shows. I know this because Satori tried to strike me and Jason Hall, so trust me. If I did it, everyone would know. Put a pin in that. Also, everyone else has already pointed out privacy strikes don't give your identity away. She could be doing privacy strikes. We don't know. We don't care. We know Frankie and Rob have both physically done it. Rob says he's not involved in this, but he is doing copyright strikes, or has done copyright strikes. Back to the reading. I took accountability for using too much of Jason's footage. I said that publicly. I never doxed Jason Halls. I took accountability as I lie and deny what I did. Good one. Good one. The documents I uploaded were public record. When it was brought to my attention that I forgot to blur names and addresses all parties involved, I fixed it immediately. No, there was still Jason Hall's information, and I'm told, I don't have the other formats, but I'm told on some other formats it's still there. It's still there. When the blur wasn't long enough, I fixed it. And I forgot the whole page, and Jason Ledger reached out to Michael Castro, who then called me. I literally jumped out of bed, that's quite a visual, and fixed it right away. All edits were made inside YouTube, and YouTube tracks every edit. Is this like how Proton Email tracks every email? DHS tracks every email. If I was trying to dox someone, I wouldn't have fixed anything. Go to the next post. All right, hold your horses. If I was trying to dox someone, I wouldn't have fixed anything. You got called on it. You got called on it. You had to. You had no choice. And really, you expected to get called on it. The damage is done. You know it. You know what you're doing. Back to the reading. I did not know Nesper. Nesper's not a person. I do not know the Warren crew. I do not know Tony Spear. I do not know Joe Landry. Jeff from Boo Productions can confirm that I do not know associate with the Warren Foundation. I'm going to talk about this in a second because this is hilarious. He worked with them and quit. He knows I have zero connection to them. Edit means as it sounds like Jeff knew Nesper. Also, knew is spelled N-E-W because incompetent. He does not know Nesper. My mistake. He was with the Warren Foundation, not Nesper. Fixed on 10:42 p.m. Okay, that was right after Jeff put out his video. Check out Jeff's video. It's weird because I'm trying to say this in Jeff's comments on this video, and I think Jeff's being really super understanding, maybe more than he should be with her. She said, "Oh, my mistake. I'll fix it." And then she here apparently supposedly fixed it. And he's like, "I saw that. Thank you." I'm like, "Don't thank her." So I'm thinking about taking this video down because she made a correction. Let me make this clear. Let me make clear what has happened with this edit. Let's start with the original post. She said what she said because it gives her clearance. Maybe Jeff won't see it. Maybe people won't care. Maybe Jeff won't care enough to say anything about it. He doesn't want to deal with drama. Or I get caught out and then I play the good guy and I make the edit and I'm a good girl because I did everything right. Well, I'm going to read this a second time. Tell me if there's something wrong with what you're hearing here. I do not know Nesper. I do not know the Warren crew. Nesper. But she's talking about Nesper. I do not know Tony Spearer. I do not know Joe Lange. Jeff from Pew Productions confirmed and do not know associate with the Warren Foundation. No one accused you of knowing the Warren Foundation. No one accused you of having ties to the Warren Foundation. You're still trying to have your cake and eat it too. Because now people who aren't really aware, and a lot of people who are kind of newish to it took me a while to realize, Warren Foundation, Nesper, not the same thing. If I read and I don't know what's going on, Jeff from Boo Productions Paranormal can confirm that I do not know or associate with the Warren Foundation. Oh, so she didn't have anything to do with Nesper. Jeff, she didn't make it right. She made it confusing. Like everything else she does. Only this time it was kind of intentional. And again, I'm not sure. I know other people said this. I'm not sure she wrote all this herself. Back to the reading. The people making videos about me cannot call themselves debunkers or researchers. Real debunkers get both sides. None of you bother to get mine. So why should your audience trust you? Your side is an open book. Your side's on your channel. Your side's constantly wrong. You when a debunker looks at a video, what's presented in the video is their case. That's their side. The debunker side is where they can debunk. Oh, this is because of this. Look at this. Clearly masking. Look, a glint of a string. That's debunking. Researching? Don't bastardize that word. You're the last person you should talk about researching. They say I have friends at YouTube. False. I have nothing to do with what Rob and Frankie do. Wait a minute. So you don't have friends at YouTube, which nobody said you did. Nobody believes that you're anywhere near that connected to anything. But you're saying Rob and Frankie do. Is that a confession? That's a confession. Or Rob and Frankie are pulling strings at YouTube. That's not me. Are you throwing them under the bus? Like they already did to you? Unlike the people making videos because someone sent them after me. Nobody sent me. I can't speak for other people, but I don't think anyone sent Beardo. Beardo avoided it like the plague. Seg avoided it until he felt like he couldn't. Nobody wanted to talk about you. Floria didn't want to talk about you. We'll get to that in a second. I certainly didn't want to acknowledge your existence. Nobody was sent after you. You brought this on. You created this. This is your doing. I don't need a team to defend me. Well, they do it behind the scenes in a weird way. They probably told you to act like you have no backup, and we say it, and then you feel like you pulled one over on us. Ha ha ha. They think I don't have friends, but these guys got my back. Until it turns out that they weren't really plotting with you all along. They were just making you believe that and feeling good about yourself. It's for you to find out later. Y'all got asked to help one person, and look what happened. Let me count the people I was helping when I did this video. There's Taryn, Vic, Kristen, Sean, Stevie, person whose name hasn't come up yet, person whose name hasn't come up, John Curley, another person whose name hasn't come up yet. There's that person. There's that person I just learned about. These people that I kind of knew about but keep forgetting about it, but I keep getting reminded because they don't talk much about it. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. It was for a community. Help one person. And look what happened. Now violations and strikes are being given. Don't blame me. Blame the people who sent you. Way to own your shit. Way to own up to being wrong by saying you're not wrong. By saying people who do this kind of thing are good. You're standing up, still standing up and defending these actions of people and pleading ignorance, even though some of this is being done at your behest. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Back to the reading. I deleted the video because I knew it went south. That's called de-escalation. If I really dox someone, where is the proof? Doxing is releasing private, non-public info with malicious intent. I never did that. I'm tempted to play the video. But I know, like, you've all manipulated YouTube, so I can't play that video. You know that. That's why you said that. I never did that. You never doxed anyone with malicious intent. You forgot blackmail. You forgot blackmail. Saying his name over and over and over again. Talk about side-eye guy. Saying his name over and over again. Don't know what that was. Yeah. That wasn't doxing, right? Saying if you don't remove the thumbnail, we'll unmask you. We got credit card information on you from a site. That wasn't blackmail. You weren't directly involved in giggling and taking joy over that. This is good. I hid my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for my own peace of mind. This is a confession. I'll tell you in a second. Not because I was scared of strikes. If anything was going to get struck, it would have happened long before. I haven't watched any videos about me. I needed a mental break. Well, Beardo already covered how you watch everybody's videos. Vic talked about it too. In fact, you were in somebody else's room, their video, with Beardo saying, I took my channel down because I was in the hospital. You were trying to garner sympathy, something that we all predicted you would do because you do it often. It's not bad enough you have real life illnesses that are an actual concern for your health. But you use it to vilify others and to gain sympathy and make it okay. Well, it's not okay anymore. Most people see through it. To do the things you do. And yeah, Beardo said it's not because of strikes, it's because you broke the law along with your buddy Frankie. And your mental break, you're the last person being put through anything. Stop with the victimhood. It's ridiculous. The mental break. I reached out to side-eye guy. He acknowledged my message. The doxing accusation is false. I don't think he ever... I communicate with side-eye guy a lot. Enough. And sometimes I'm in spaces where he communicates with other people and I see it in front of me. I've seen no indication that he acknowledged shit about your doxing being false. That's a flat-out lie. The same... I was told his name was... we'll say Timothy. And I joked about it. The same way he joked by putting the guy we're calling Rob, this guy here on the between Tony Spear and Joe, next to a pedophile in a thumbnail. What I said was misinterpreted. The clip wasn't shown in full. Why can't he take a joke? Or why can he joke but I can't? Sorry. Let me read that again because I was all over the place. The same way he joked about putting Rob next to a pedophile in a thumbnail. What I said was misinterpreted. The clip wasn't shown in full context. So why can he joke but I can't? I'm having trouble, right? Okay, so first of all, this thumbnail down here, whether it's this version or the original, was not a joke. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't an accident. It was intentional and it was meant. And we all still mean it. I didn't know until just this week that way back when, because he was trying to stay out of it, that Beardo received those messages almost identical from both Rob and Joe. And I received a similar message a week before from Rob, talking about Stevie's alleged past, trying to dox her, trying to turn people on her, driving her to out her history that she didn't really want to talk about. It was painful. That's why that thumbnail's there. That's why that thumbnail's there. And let me put this up here. This is from that video, I think, where they were talking about, this is Frankie, and this is the girl calling Angelina. I can't keep a straight face. They were talking about doxing and blackmailing side-eye guy. It wasn't a joke. And most of us who are talking about this have sat through it. The entire 4 hours live. We had the full recording. We watched the whole thing. Context is not missing. Context is not missing. In fact, what we talk about, it's even worse than what we showed you. It's worse than what Seg showed you. You guys are disgusting. You guys are disgusting. This thumbnail up to my right here, or I guess on the video, yeah, to my right, your right, is perfect for them. Back to the reading. Valeria has been talking shit about me for... You know what? These thumbnails here. I'm still worried about getting struck for likenesses. I am. Valeria has been talking shit about me for months before any of this. I don't know her. I never heard of her channel until someone told me she was saying my name. She's irrelevant to me. Is that supposed to make Valeria get sad? Valeria talked about Angelina not for months, but months ago, after she put out a video slamming me and Seg, right after Get Haunted put out a video slamming me, where my name was mentioned over 20 times. You want a copyright strike? You want a privacy strike? Use my image twice, use my name. Now, my name's not hard to find, but I don't volunteer it. I haven't on any of these podcasts volunteered my real name fully. And it was used over 20 times on Get Haunted. On one episode. That was supposed to mock me for saying that we feel threatened by these people, and if anything happens, it's these people. That video's here. And, yeah. Threatening me in the video about me feeling threatened. Classy. This video about the warning, let's add April Bissett, the one that was hoping to find someone was sexually assaulting people that she was enemies with, because that's a classy thing to do. Let's add Frankie. Let's add Angelina. Well, Angelina's already there. There's probably more. Chudley. Let's add Chud. Anyway, she wasn't saying anything about you until this shit came up again, and you've been in her comments. You're full of shit. I defended Beardo publicly when someone accused him of knowing someone. I want to react to this so bad, but Beardo did it perfectly already. Like, I mean, Kudos. You defended him for knowing people. I felt bad when he thought he was losing his channel. That was fake. And he and his wife were polite. Yes, they were polite because they were trying to be classy. Something you don't understand. And they absolutely despise you. I can vouch for that. So when he says he never liked me from the beginning, that's untrue. Great research skills. He left great comments under my videos. Again, he's being nice. He didn't know you yet. Things went wrong when Karen Huntley told me Jason Halls knew about Jacqueline's mental illness before everything blew up. I spoke about it. I got called a liar. So I posted the evidence. Beardo got mad because I wouldn't take it down. After being called a liar where there was no way in hell I was taking it down. He went on a rant. I didn't watch it. I don't care. What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't watch it? But he went on a rant? You don't care? But you're a hellbent on not taking something down? Honestly, I don't even know what that's about. But it sounds so stupid. It sounds so stupid. Next. Go to the next post. Because, yeah. Again, I wasn't very much involved in all this. So this is all kind of cloudy gray area for me. But, like, I know who we're dealing with, and so do you. When Mythos said I bowed down to Jacqueline, bowed down, I clapped back and proved I didn't. Here's the thing. Another thing that makes your side different than us who are calling you out. We don't clap back. We just talk to people and tell them what really happened. And after another day after, that's not blowing down. That's not bowing down. That's posting content. Yes, I accused Mythos of buying subs. Yes, I made a video. Yes, I took it down. Yes, I reached out privately. Why I took it down is my business. So you didn't take it down because it was wrong. You didn't take it down because it's not true. Or because you're going to admit it's not true. You took it down for who knows why. It's your business. You're probably in the hospital. Great job taking accountability. Another YouTuber showed me how he allegedly bought subs. I reached out. I reacted without thinking. I was being human. A lot of us would disagree with that. I'm not sure what you are. Ever since Satori said my videos were lies and AI generated, people attacked me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you used AI. I mean, nobody's attacking you. Who doesn't use AI? There's no question marks here. There was no AI in the toe tapper videos. Have I made shorts using CapCut or AI? Yes. So have hundreds of thousands of YouTubers. And I had to make clown faces. Hundreds of thousands of YouTubers are making clown faces with AI. Strange. What's the research you put into that? Yep. Why is that a big deal? If AI is the issue, why aren't you going after everyone? Why only me? Me. Poor me. Here we go. I don't even feel like addressing this because it's been addressed so much and it's so stupid. I'm going to do it. Kristen had strong feelings for Rob. I showed that in my video. She denied it. I have audio. She told me no while I was literally looking at her messages. Rob's behead the dog comment was wrong, but it was in private convo. Okay, let me go back to the Kristen has strong feelings for Rob. This was used on me too. I was shown messages, and when Angelina put up her video, she showed messages that were only one side of the conversation. And I did address this on an episode of Come Get Some, where I addressed the cesspool. And I'm just gonna play that video now, just so you get a gist of my feelings on this whole Kristen has strong feelings for Rob argument. I'm just gonna put that over here. Hang on one second. Bring that up.
heterosexual, and I don't have anything wrong. I don't find anything wrong with. But I've never done this. I'm sorry, guys. I've never done this before. I wasn't planning on doing this tonight. Something weird happened after my first 3-hour meeting with Sarah Villain and Rob, and I had several conversations with Rob after that led to. I have never told anyone this publicly. I'm sorry, and I never shared this publicly. It's just so weird for me because I'm heterosexual and I don't have anything wrong. I don't find anything wrong with anyone of any sex, but Rob thought we developed a close connection, and he kind of fell in love with me, which is laughable, but he was obsessed, and I rejected him, and he had trouble handling it. So just like Rob shared his private messages with Kristen that showed her obsession with him, I'm going to share with you the tough time Rob had with my rejection of him. Shortly after Believe This aired, he reached out to me, and he was pleading, and I was trying not to really interact with him because, and again, no offense to anyone who likes other men, but it was uncomfortable with it. But he reached out to me and he said, "Can I call you in 5? It'll take 2 minutes. I just want to hear you say yes. It'll make my day better. You're stubborn, by the way, not me." And to be fair, I was kind of not responding to him as much, and he just kept going. He sadly devolved into bargaining. So I think I told you, and I pointed it out. Those things I said were said not when I was not in a good place. And believe me, the last time I thought about you was the last time we talked. He goes on to say, "I'll quit bugging you then. I'm not sure I'm the one that needs to calm down. And what am I supposed to think? If anything, you are giving me a healthy way to help people understand what they may be getting involved with." He's talking about, I guess I led him on. I certainly could say that I tried to make lemonade out of lemon with you, but have not been able to make any headway. So it's a little bit of a kick in the balls. I thought maybe you were somewhat level-headed. And then he kind of went into an acceptance phase, at least what I thought it was. He said, "I wish you nothing but luck, but you're truly not who you say you are. Take care of yourself." But the obsession grew, and he refused to come on the show. And because he didn't want to deal with me anymore because he felt like I betrayed him. So there you go. I just proved to you, with smoking gun evidence beyond a shadow of a doubt, using Rob's real words. Those are actually statements all from the same chat message thread, in Messenger and Facebook. Things he actually said to me. I have just proven to you that he was in love with me and obsessed. Or did it sound that way because I framed it that way? Because I put...
Exactly. Did it sound that way because I framed it that way? It's bullshit. Nobody. Okay, so we'll get farther in. Rob's beheaded dog comment was wrong. Somebody admits it. But it was in a private convo, so it didn't happen, right? Taryn said behead the person, meaning Kristen, but Rob gets dragged for 4 years and Taryn gets a pass. Why? Kristen never took it as a threat until now, because she had feelings for Rob, and now she has the bunkers doing her dirty work. Way too much Lifetime. Way too much Lifetime movies. Taryn apologized. Unlike Rob, Taryn had no personal relationship with Kristen and only knew she was being told by someone she thought she could trust. She never intended and never really felt like he was going to, that was something that wouldn't be a joke, because why would he say that? But then she wasn't thinking, why would he dox her to a man who was accused of murder, who's also in the chat, and Michael Castro. We'll just call him Michael Castro for a bit, because I don't know another name to call him. And Taryn's fine. Like, she shouldn't have said it. She admitted she feels, she's to this day, she feels terrible. She said that, by the way. But, fuck you, Angelia. And also, because she had feelings for Rob, debunkers are doing her dirty work. I shouldn't speak for other people, but I can tell you with 100% confidence, myself, who's, not a 100% debunker, um, Beardo, Seg, Florio, nobody nobody thinks about any feelings between Rob and Chris. Nobody even thinks about it. You think that's why people are going after Rob? You truly need to do more research. You're truly not as well schooled as you claim to be. It's not because of that. It's because of the actions. Shit you participated in. I don't want. I'm gonna get that in now. Let me get to that now. I do not know Victor. I do not know Chris Crimey. Spelled that wrong. I tried to speak to them 11 months ago. It went nowhere. So everything they're spreading is coming from their little cult. If they don't have balls to reach out to me, then what does that tell you? Red flags. Okay. She spoke to everybody except for me. Except for me. She did not speak to me. She didn't even ask about me. She didn't even ask to talk to me. She spoke to Victor and acted really fucking strange. At one point, she thought Victor was Taryn or Terry was Victor, which is either a micro stroke or she was just being weird and having laughs after a few drinks or something. I don't fucking know. Something was weird there. But then she turned on the group. She totally just dragged everybody into this. You've heard the stories before. And she used Kristen's audio. She said, I have the audios. The audio she uses, it was on Good Haunted where it said, I don't think it was a threat. And then Rob's like, stop it there, because he doesn't want the rest to play, which explains what it is, because legally the police wouldn't take that as a threat. It was more of a plan. He called it a fantasy. And in the Truth or Demons episode that I'm with Stevie, where she beats the whole doxing thing by just telling her story, I mentioned that, how I've heard her phone call with Rob. She shared it with me personally, and Rob said he wanted blood, but he's just joking. But yeah, he was mad. Yeah, he was angry. But it wasn't real. It was just a joke. It's schizophrenic, is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, she really screwed the pooch with that. She had done that, and she had tried to destroy Taryn and Jason, their friendship. Used Taryn to try to attack Jason and bring Jason down more than she already has been trying for the longest time. Last time I checked, Beardo said it. I'll say it here. Satori is an adult. Jason and Satori are not the same person. Your problem with Satori is your problem with Satori. Your problem with Jason is your problem with Jason. Your problem with me is your problem with me. But you did these things. And I made that video where I just showed you a clip from where I shared Rob's messages, his love letter. And in that I kind of mocked your proof that Taryn and Jason were gatekeeping or just gatekeeping cons. But you came back and you sent me a message because I didn't have you blocked. You said, do you have something to say to me? First of all, you're coming off in a way. You're coming off in a way that you're looking for a fight. It's very clear. And I said, no, I know everything I need to know about you. Because I already saw what you did to Kristen. I already saw what you were doing to Taryn and Jason. I already see what you've been doing on the big picture. You don't care about the truth. You don't care what's right. I knew what I needed to know. And you said, well, be prepared. And then you blocked me. And then you blocked me. No follow up. No. See, sometimes when you have a disagreement with people, this is just, I'm going to teach you some social etiquette, just generally speaking, something that may help you in the rest of your life. Um, from my experiences, when you have a conflict with an individual and you want to get them to talk to you, you don't come at them like you're looking for a fight. You got to make some concessions, even if you don't always believe the concessions, just so you can actually be able to have a conversation. And you don't have that nuance. You don't know how to do that. And you struggle with that. And that's why this happened. When, and this is important to me because this will matter with the Jeff stuff that we talked about earlier. I sent you a message after you went in the hospital and had surgery. No, I didn't say how you doing. Hope you're better. I don't think I did. I may have said something nice to you. You did go to surgery. I don't know how serious it was. But in your social media, you received a box of chocolates, and you thanked the Get Haunted crew, and you were told don't thank Rob, thank Sarah's husband. That was in the conversation. Now I've been blocked since, so I can't see it anymore. But it was there, and I said you should be ashamed of yourself. You know Rob had an affair, and you're accepting chocolates from the person who's having an affair with wife's husband, or well, her husband. And you're happy about it, and you're defending it, and you're pretending it's not real. It's gross. And she said, prove it. And she insulted me and told me and Vic were pieces of shit that just lie through our mouths. And then, you know what she did? She ran and hid. She blocked me. So, I don't think balls are our problem. I don't think having the balls is our problem. You're just a gross person. And this proves there was a message sent to somebody. I won't get into too much detail because I'm just trying to be careful, watch myself. You know, don't want to upset anybody. But someone received a message from Angelina a long time ago. Before that conversation happened on Instagram, where she told that person in no uncertain terms, without question, as a factual thing, Rob had an affair with Sarah. Now, I know people don't care about the affair. I don't care about the affair. The point is the affair was used and weaponized to hurt people. That's what I care about. But the fact is, this goes to prove my point. I'm telling Jeff. Jeff's on his messages on his video saying I might take it down. She corrected it. She did the right thing. He's thanking her. I pointed out, first of all, how disingenuous it is in this video here. And also, I'm pointing that now. She lies to cover the lies that she lies about. She doesn't, she's not, and this is like the lie PDX, she's not misinformed. She's not manipulated. She knows what she's doing. And that's that. So, moving on. Jay Karts is a reaction channel. He should have gotten both sides. Again, when there's mountains of fucking evidence that you're a disgusting human being, nobody's going to check out your side. I'm sorry. And it's a reaction channel, not a research channel. Jay Karts has never claimed to be a journalist that I'm aware of. Amber Dust should have researched more. They got one-sided stories irrelevant to me. I think this got glossed over with Vic and Beardo. I think this is an important sentence here. Amber Dust should have researched more. They got one-sided stories irrelevant to me. You know, Amber Dust is part of that podcast, Blame the Algorithm, where Andrew Sternrock's being taken to court by Frankie for a bullshit copyright strike that Frankie's going to lose. They got a one-sided story, Amber Dust. Remember at the beginning of this, she said, I'm not copyright striking anyone. I'm not privacy striking anyone. No, Frankie did that. That was Frankie's gift to you. because you're upset about the information that was put out in the story, the side of the story that was told by Amber Dustin. Blame the algorithm. Bust it. Own it. Go ahead and take responsibility. Take accountability like you claim you do. And you never do. I saw a post Frankie made about Rob. I called him out. I showed him evidence. That's how we met. Oh, cute story. Someone told me he had Seg's info. He said yes. He said he'd share it. I said no. I only needed a first name to tease Seg. That is not doxing. You are so dumb. You are so ignorant. You are so irresponsible. It's facts that these are facts that I have researched, by the way. Not just insults. Later, I found out Frankie lied. I addressed it. I reached out to Seg when I learned the truth. Well, I mean, when you were ready to use the stuff Frankie had and being all giddy on your video bragging about how you're going to blackmail him to take the thumbnail down. I mean, are you absolved now that it wasn't real? If it wasn't real, I still think it might have been real, but are you absolved now because it's? Excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. What? It's not real, so he didn't really have it. It's okay. Blackmailing's fine if we don't have the blackmail materials. That's bullshit. And you know it, and that's why you hid your shit, and that's why you disappeared. Taryn and I were friends. Taryn's been a much better friend to Angelina than I've been to many of my friends, because there are things she does for Angelina that may have changed Angelina's life, and it wasn't good enough for her. I'll let Taryn tell that story when she's ready, if she wants to. She lied about Rob. She lied about Brian, and she didn't. She shared private info. I asked her not to. Beardo brings this up. So much ambiguity in this whole thing. That's why I unfriended her. That's not the story I heard. There's a lot going on. I may have forgotten things. If anyone has questions, they can email me or comment. No, we're going to hide from you. I hold comments for review. That's my prerogative. Fine. Fuck you. I don't approve threats or trash talk. Yeah, me neither. I'm one person, not a team, not a network, but you have a network, the Get Haunted network, who's also affiliated with Nesper behind you. Sort of, until they drop you, which will happen. Not a group plotting behind the scenes. Nobody's fucking plotting. Things have been so peaceful before all this shit. So peaceful. Everything I say can be backed by receipts, audio, screenshots, and first-hand conversations. Oh, you got first-hand conversations. That's great evidence. That's going to help you a lot. And what screenshots? What audio? You were going to out me in June of 2025. You're going to really get me. You're going to really expose me. You really went for it. You mentioned it again in a video on Get Haunted just a few months ago, where you went along with Sarah and went with the lie that I hacked Sarah's bank account, which was a not so clever claim. Now that law enforcement's aware that you made that false claim, that was smart. That's why you dropped that shit. Probably. I'm not perfect. We agree on something. I've reacted out of anger. I'd call it malice more. I've taken accountability every time. Win. But I won't sit back while people lie about me and drag my name for views. You should really go after PDX. I won't apologize for defending myself or my friends. No, you won't apologize, even if you're wrong. I'm moving forward. Are you? Focusing on my content. Good, because nobody else will. Leaving the lies and drama behind me. It's so beyond drama. Blackmail, doxing, gun violence, physical threats, physical confrontations, threats of violence against Beardo if he comes to the States. Thank you to the people who listened with an open mind. I'm done letting other people speak for me. As she posts something that was probably written with help from somebody else. Also, I'm just adding this now. I'm not sure why everybody is attacking Rob when Rob was not even part of the live feed. um... I got nothing. You're not well. You're supporting the wrong people. You're in league with people who collaborate with child sex predators. You have your own criminal record that I could tease you with, that I'm fully aware of. You want to accuse other people of fraud. I'm pretty sure most, if not all of us, have a clean record. Show your record. Next video is going to be a fun one. We're going to do a game night with a bunch of your favorite faces. I hope. I haven't solidified the plans, but we have talked about it a bunch, and I want that to be my next video. Therefore, I will make it so.